The civil rights movement will not let hip hop have its glory. We, the hip hop movement, don't know enough about the civil rights movement to give them glory. We don't know really what our parents did. We really don't know. But here we are, rebellious, talking back, lipping off, and don't know really what we're talking about. Our elders, the superior of our minds, are not teaching us. No one has leadership in the country. No one. White folk leadership is in shambles. Black folk leadership don't even exist. Asian leadership, you name it, any community, the leadership sucks. Any of them. The only time you see Dr. Martin Luther King's I Have a Dream speech is in hip hop. Where else do you see that speech? Where the sons of former slaves and the sons of former slave owners will sit down at the table of Brotherhood Act. That ain't happening nowhere but in hip hop. Nowhere. It ain't happening in the black community. No, blacks still got problems. I don't make them Jamaicans, all them Trinidadians, all those Haitians, all those Brazilians, we got all these problems. In our own community, then you put all them together, and oh man, these white folk. Oh man, these white folk. Well, what white folk? Well, those German white folk. Oh, those Italian white folk. Oh, those Irish white folk. Oh, there's a... Then we get together and say, oh, you know what? Them Asians. Oh man, those Asians. Well, which Asians? Well, you got Korean, Vietnamese, Japanese. That's the state of the world. Hip hop has risen way above that. So far above it that you can't tell Eminem that he's white. He will challenge you. And in a lot of ways, he's not. Because let me drop this bomb on you right now. I'm not sure that I'm black. I'm not really sure about that. You know, as a philosopher and all, we do some deep thinking about our identity. And what is that? Black, white. Well, what is that, really? See, hip-hop deals with that. We're not skirting around the issue. What is an African American? What is that? What do we call ourselves? Why are we calling ourselves what we are calling ourselves? That's why the first step in hip-hop, change your name. First step, what do you call yourself? You want to be a hip-hopper? First thing, change your name. Why? It breaks you off from a history you did not create. Here's my final point in my last 15 minutes. In college, you learn a lot about knowing, and you are seeking knowledge. But I'd like to invite you to a concept called unknowing. There is knowing, and there is unknowing. Meaning, or not knowing, I should say. Meaning this. Your perception is built upon, or you believe that your perception is built upon what you know. I know that, I know this. I am aware of that, I am aware of this. That awareness creates your reality. The more things you know, the better off you are able to negotiate life. That's what knowledge does for you. It makes you aware of your environment, yourself, makes you a better you. Knowledge. But unknowing is an argument that says what you don't know is also teaching you. I discovered this in hip hop with my own life. It's because we did not know how to play musical instruments that we created cutting, mixing, scratching, and the $1 billion tool, the mixer. Had we had knowledge, we would have passed that. There'd be no need for it. It's because we did not know how to play instruments. We couldn't afford them. We didn't have access to them. We created or was forced to self-create. Not look for a handout. Not look for some sort of reparation. Self-create. I don't know how to play live instruments, but I know I'm a musician, so I'm start beating on this table. Others said, I don't have no live instruments. Man, my music career is over. Mom, I want a music career. You won't buy me no instruments. Freed or free? I can't move unless, I can't be me unless you be you. That's free. Free is, man, that guy can play a guitar tight. Man, did you see what Jimi Hendrix did with the guitar? Yeah, man, that was tight. You got a guitar? Nope. You got a guitar? Nope. I ain't got one either. But how we gonna make that sound in our world? Well, you know, my mom's got a turntable. And you know, every time I move that needle, it kind of makes the same sound that Jimi Hendrix was making and that James Brown be doing. And this is how we're thinking, just like this. Bob Dylan was on the radio every day. And we're like, listen, wow, look. All right, yo, check this out. We're gonna do it like this. We're gonna, that was dope. We know that the turntable is not a guitar, but in our minds, I don't know if you've ever done this as children, that you don't have the real thing. So you take any object and turn it into what you don't have. This is the essence of how it's done. This is called unknowing. It is resting in the fact that even what I don't know is teaching me as much as what I do know. That I am building the totality of myself, not just in what I know, but what I choose not to know. I don't need to watch CNN when I wake up in the morning to hear that a missile is pointed at my head. I don't know that I need to know that. I don't know that I need to wake up in the morning, turn on the radio, and hear ignorance. I don't know that I need to hear that. I am building me. Sure, I know things, but I'm going to stop myself from knowing some other things because the totality of knowing is making up my reality. Unknowing. It gets deeper. Unknowing goes into the spiritual realm. Unknowing goes past the intellect. Knowing is the intellect. Unknowing can become part in its higher sense or deeper sense. Unknowing is of the spirit. Meaning, intellect says, we want a car. Intellect says the goal is the car. And intellect goes A, B, C, D, E, car. You know, go down to the dealer, get the registration, da-da-da-da-da, car. The spirit says car. The intellect says, I gotta go down here, I gotta do this, I gotta get to this, and then I gotta do that. And when I do that, then I'll be able to do this, and that will get me the car. That's intelligent. That's logic, rational thinking. The spirit says car. And the way the car comes later, all that. Or how are we gonna get the car, that the world will work that out. Car. How do you do that? How do you really live life like this? Where you could just say car appears. I'll tell you right now the secret right here. This is miracle making. This is the last part right here, I'm gonna cut it off. This is where hip hop really gets live. This is how we divide the entire mainstream. They don't say this, but the war was us against the mainstream of the 70s. They lost. We already defeated the mainstream society, corporate America, all that's under our foot. Today, as I tell you, there's no fear. Go into corporate America, we've already opened the doors. Don't be afraid. Don't think it's just white board men. They say, oh man, that's a little much for me. Walk into Coca-Cola, I am hip hop. You need me. Bob Skin, Super D, yo, what's up? It's my man over here. You can say all that on your resume. You don't just get your college degree, you rock that shit. You don't get a college degree like these other clowns. They're just gonna walk up and get their receipt. No, when you get your degree, make a t-shirt out of it. Walk around, yo, I just finished college, what? I'm gonna write a book on my time in college. I'm gonna rock this. My life ain't just gonna happen. I'm gonna take every aspect of my experience and rock it. This is the essence right here. This is it. If you can hear it, let me go back to unknown, spiritual unknown. Those that pray, when you pray, God does not speak English. Can we just establish that? Okay? God does not speak English or French, German, Spanish, none of that. God hears the groan of your heart. If you can speak from your heart, thank you, brother, and I'm ending that too. If you can speak from the groan in your heart, and this is real right here, the groan in your heart, the joy in your heart, the essence of your being, you express that to God. There's no words in that. This is a submitting. This is a letting go. This is not about knowing. This is about unknowing. I don't know what Temple University will think if I call up their instructor and say, yo, I'm driving through. You think we could put together something real quick? And I heard you was doing a class. I'm coming through. You think we can put something together? The intellect says, no, you only got 2 days promotion. Are you crazy? Temple University got all kinds of stuff going on. What do you mean? Faith say, I'll be at Temple University. I have no idea who's gonna be there. I have no idea what's gonna happen when they come here. I'm looking at all of you now, taking all this in. 2 days ago, I was not gonna be here. But my spirit got hit when I was in Atlanta. And I said, why do I need to go to Temple? I'm on my way to Washington. I was coming from Atlanta, I was supposed to go to Washington. We're doing a conference at NASA and all this stuff. We wanted to NASA to walk through everything, the security check and the Patriot Act. And I said, yo, we ran into my man right here. I gotta go get him now. We all have And we said, yo, we heard about your course. You wanna come through? Here you are. Here I am. Hip hop cannot be taught by words. It's the feeling we get when you hear that a conversation like this is going down. The feeling you get, yo, I've got to be there. Yeah. It's that feeling you get, that's hip hop. That feeling, other people hear beat go by the car, boom, boom, bap. Other people are like, oh man, you're like, what, who is that? This is the feeling you get, unknowing. The things you pray for, you get them according to the consciousness of your own mind. Our God is a loving God. This idea of fear for God, I mean, there's theological principles behind that. I wouldn't just discard that statement. But in all actuality, God is so right up on you, I would invite you to stop thinking of God as a person, as a being that you must speak to, and begin to understand that what you are calling air, this is not air. This is the greatest conspiracy of all time. I'm going to give it to you right now. Maybe you guys will write a book on it. Your time at Temple. The greatest conspiracy of all time is when people were told that what they are inhaling and exhaling is oxygen. That's a lie. This is God. All of this. This is, let me tell you this scientifically, even if you need to bring it there, because God is a scientist. Consciousness, our ability to be aware, we tend to think it comes from us. But the argument is that if we are separated from this for 4 minutes, what's the first thing we lose? Consciousness. 4 minutes, all it takes to be separated from this substance. And the first thing you lose, your heart don't stop. Your lungs live, all that, keep going. Consciousness, you lose. The brain does not even die yet. The first thing that goes is consciousness. You are conscious because you are breathing. Therefore, consciousness does not come from you. It is a gift from God. The more you breathe, the more you receive the gift of awareness, of consciousness. The minute you say, I am not going to breathe no more, the contract is broke, and you go to sleep. So, what is really conscious? Is it us, who clearly are not conscious unto ourselves? We are receiving consciousness constantly. That is consciousness. What is conscious? Us, or the air itself? Or even go deeper, the trees that are said to produce oxygen. What is really conscious? If air is supposed to come from the trees grow whether we are conscious or not. They produce oxygen for us. We are so interdependent on this oxygen that if you don't get this product of the trees in 4 minutes, you're over. But we cutting the trees down. Boop, boop, boop. One tree, one forest after another going down. And what are we cutting really? We're cutting off consciousness. This is the battle, ladies and gentlemen. Hip-hop has realized it long ago. The battle is for your mind. People say it, but they don't really know what they're talking about. Awareness is the fight. What do you believe? They're cutting trees down to lessen your ability to think. Do you know that there is less than, let's put it this way, since 1950, the oxygen you breathe, the air you breathe, has, I think it's 30% less oxygen today. You're breathing 30% less oxygen in the air that we are breathing than the people in 1950. Right now. The oxygen in this substance is leaving every day. Another 20%, 40%. The air we're breathing today is not the air that Jesus breathed. Jesus was able to do all that stuff because the air itself was pure. The consciousness that Christ received was pure. This is why when you're in the city, Generation X. The consciousness you are receiving is small. Smog. Try to travel. Less than 10% of all of the United States citizens have passports. And out of that, blacks and Latinos? Travel, get off your block. This is the first thing hip hop did. This is what the Elements did for us. This is how we got educated. The turntables took us all over the world. Imagine, ignorant KRS. High school dropout, just got my GED. I'm in a shelter. Homeless, I'm in a shelter, 1985, homeless, living in a shelter. Let me go back to this real quick. Let's really remember this. Let's look at it, you never remember this. The things you pray for, the things you don't get, are saving your life. If you have already made a commitment to your God, rest on that, because it's real. God is not fictitious, let me tell you. God is right here, right here, in you, out. You keep bringing God in and out of your life. And when you know that science, when you can understand that God is in the breath, this, you watch what you say. We are manipulating God. That's what an MC is. We are the craftsmen of God. We get a chunk of God, boom, and we go, it's a bitch. It's a hoe. Yo, this shit is a pimp. It's all God. All God. The MCs interpret God. And here's the contract. However you interpret God, that will be the God of your life.
Come on, teach, brother.
Hey, yo, there's a bitch. Your sister becomes that. Your mom becomes that. Your daughter becomes that. Karma is no joke. Excuse me, teacher. Yeah. Okay. 10 minutes. Karma is no joke. It's an Indian philosophy. But it proves true for all traditions. Watch what you say. Don't say I'm ready to die if you're not ready to die. As MCs, the strongest thing you can do is link up with God. I bring God to all battles, and we have a lot. This is also why we're undefeated. Those that know my history will know we're undefeated. We always will be in any lyrical competitions. The point is, I'm not really rhyming, and I'll give you my secret right here. You can battle me with it. I'm not really rhyming. It has nothing to do with what I'm saying. The secret to MCing is how you grunt and groan. I could say, huh, you know what I said. When I say dee 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 da dee 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 da dee. This is not words. These are the manipulations of the God force that is around us. It's not about your words. It's about your grunting, your groaning, your character, your light. An MC that has real light shines wherever. Doesn't matter. Record deal, no record deal, rich, poor, whatever, don't matter. Wherever you go, you shine. And this is the essence here. All of you are not MCs. But apply the MC lesson. This is only one element of our culture. But apply this element to your life. When you speak of yourself, MC it, rap it. Talk like you were the greatest thing that ever walked on this earth. Talk like nobody can stop me. My name is DJ. Whatever. and walk in that authority. When you walk in that authority, you will attract the reality of what you say. But here's the final point. Do you have the courage to be you? This is the final big leap right here. Do you have the courage to be you? That's why hip hop gets into so much trouble. Because we are not afraid to be us. If being me means I'm a thug, accept it. This is me. Matter of fact, Juvenile laid it out. I forgot the record. He goes, I think it was his first record. He goes, he says, you a paper chaser, you got your block on lock, remaining the G. To the moment you expire, you know what it is. Don't be crying, it ain't nothing, you handle your biz. See, Cass just listens to Juvenile, yo, he dogging. He laid it out right there. He said, you a paper chaser, you got your block on lock, remaining a G to the moment you expire. You remain a G to the moment you expire. And then he said, you know what it is? Don't be crying. You know what it is, handle your biz. Cats don't hear 50 Cent referring to God in his rhymes. Nobody hears that. The Bible verses, him saying, I'm here for a purpose. Nobody hears that. People forget Dr. Dre started out, express yourself. NWA, first record was a conscious rap record. I mention all of this because there are two types of people in the world. The free and the free. I'm not here to critique the free. I feel for the free. Most of my brothers are free. Most of my sisters are free. They're waiting for the government to give them something. They're waiting for the record company to fix the contracts. They're waiting for Viacom to stop buying up everything. They're waiting for Clear Channel to stop playing the same junk on the radio every day. They're waiting. When we are a nation right now, our only problem, lack knowledge of self. Awareness that we are that. We don't know that we're that. So what happens? A $1 billion culture goes to waste. Do you know that hip hop by itself can redo the entire educational system? Like by itself. I mean, forget all this government stuff. Let's just put out a platinum single. Let's drop a couple of platinum albums. And let's put this $1 billion industry into the educational system. What we got to beg for that for? We have enough money, resources, to take the entire public school system. Get what I'm saying? The entire public school system, from high school to kindergarten. Hip-hop has enough economic power and wealth, has wealth and has power to create wealth, to revamp the entire educational system. We don't need nobody's help. What we need is awareness of ourselves. And it doesn't start with a whole bunch of, I'm coming now, Malik, too. It doesn't start with we all gotta come together. I did that for 18 years, it don't work. It don't work. We gotta get past that. We gotta, come on now, let's pick it up. You know, we gotta get past that. Certain things in the revolution don't work. Now all of that, we gotta get along, if we all just, no. All we need is the one. One person. All we need is one person. One person. Even in this conversation today, there's only one or two people. No, wait a minute, let me look at the crowd. There's maybe 5 people in this room that are really serious. I'm not dissing nobody, this is real. Some came just to hear KRS, others got the CD probably. Some, maybe the same people, but some, only about 5 or 6, really are serious. And what's serious about what? Serious about peace, love, unity, having fun in their life. No one from my time made it. When I was coming up, there was 100 MCs, 200 DJs, 300 B-boys. What happened? It had nothing to do with the skill. It had to do with the light. I was standing in my purpose. I have so much to tell you. I gotta go. I was standing in my purpose. Big Daddy Kane stands in his purpose. Dougie Fresh stands in his purpose. Run DMC stood in their purpose. This is where the magic starts. This is where you perform miracles. Stand in your purpose. When you know what your purpose is, magical things start happening. When you stand in your purpose, doors that were closed to other people open up for you. I'm telling you this because I am a living proof of it. I'm a living example of it. I'm not supposed to be here in front of you. I am the opposite of what stands in front of a podium and that's here. I have the opposite credentials. They have all, and I have none. But why do I have honorary degrees? Why does Harvard want me to teach them? Why? Why? Has nothing to do with it. Well, Chris, you put out some really good records. It goes a little deeper than that. And this is what you guys, this is when you become the most important. Stand on your purpose. This is hip hop. Hip hop is not rap. It's not performing. It's living. It's living victoriously and free. It's knowing that I don't have to get a job if I don't want it. It's knowing I don't have to get married if I don't want it. Let me say that quick. I was married 14 years. Anyway. The point is, I am self-actualized. Self-actualized. The university, I am glad that the university agrees that KRS-ONE should have been here. But we were coming anyway. Before we close, I brought some things with me. You have opportunities to get this. Let me tell you what this is before I go. This is my new album, Keep Right. These are the advanced copies of this album, Keep Right. It comes out 3 months from now, July 15th, this album comes out. I brought it to Temple. You guys can pick up a copy. It is wholesale price, not $15, $16, $10. This is a book that I just put out. Well, it's kind of old, it's about a year old now. It's in all the bookstores. I did bring some copies with me in here as well to sign. That's also why we have these here as well, so you can get the signature in case you want to go on eBay. However, I did put out a new book. It's called Ruminations. If you like to continue conversations like this in the privacy of your own home, there's about 8 different topics argued from the hip-hop perspective in this book. This book comes with a CD as well. This is a CD of most of my lectures over the past 8 years on various topics. Dr. Cornel West intros the CD from when we did some lecture tours together. I just grabbed one from King College, me and Dr. Cornel West. He does an excellent piece on hip hop on the front of the CD. The foreword is by Tavis Smiley, who says some excellent stuff as well about hip hop, and of course I wrote the book.